Hello, mad lads and lasses and anyone in between. If you are a mad lad in the metaphorical sense, not literally in the gendered sense, then you're going to enjoy today's deck. Well, unless you like winning, but nobody likes winning. This is Lad Mardu. It is Madcap Experiment with the intention of putting Blightsteel Colossus into play. And how you do that is you ruined Halo to protect yourself from the damage that Madcap Experiment will do to you, or you give it lifelink with Soulfire Grandmaster. Now, Madcap Experiment, if you don't know, says reveal cards on top of your library until you reveal an artifact card, put that card onto the battlefield, the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. Madcap Experiment does damage to you equal to the number of cards revealed this way. Now, you might not have understood what I just said, because I said it very quickly, but I don't give a fuck. The interesting thing is, I misremembered what this card did, and then played 2 rounds with this deck. I thought, for some fucking bizarre reason, this card did damage to you equal to the CMC of the artifact it hit. Which seems, that'd be too good. You could go and hit an Aetherflux Marvel and you would easily live. So that is definitely not what this card does, but I thought it was. So in the first round or two, you're going to hear me talk about this card in a way that doesn't make any fucking sense. And it's funny, because when I know it, when I realise, wow, it's a moment, that's for sure. Why would they not... Oh. So the idea is to put a Blightsteel Colossus into play. You have young Peasies and Bolts and Thoughtseizers and Pushes and Path to Exiles to help support you. And you also have Seasoned Pyromancer, a very powerful mythic 3-drop from Modern Horizons that allows you to discard the Blightsteel Colossuses, or Colossi, should I say. What is the plural of Colossus? I don't know. Big dick energy, I don't fucking know. But when you discard them, they go back into your library, they shuffle back in, they've got that clause. They don't shuffle back in the whole library just themselves, they replace going to the graveyard. They can never be in the graveyard. So Seasoned Pyromancer not only allows you to dig for combo pieces, but also recycle the Blightsteel Colossus size. Big dick Colossus. Anyway, that's the deck. This deck was submitted by a splicer, a patron of mine, called Pumpkin Swift 33. Colloquially known on the server as just Pumpkin, which is funny because whenever I'm saying Pumpkin, it just feels like I'm, I don't know, talking to, I don't know, a daughter or a family member. You know, you're right there, Pumpkin. It just feels weird, but not in a bad way. Not a good way either. It just is what it is. But if you don't know, people who are on my Patreon on the higher tier, the slicer tier and upwards, they get to submit decks which I would put into a list and sometimes pull from. And when I looked at this, I liked the name, I liked the concept. I hadn't played a Madcap Experiment deck back when it was relevant, inverted commas. You know, back when it was new and hot and fresh and rogue. That said, if you're looking at this thinking, Vince, this is an old meme. Fuck you, Vince. Where's my new shit? Where's my new shit? First of all, Commander Legends isn't out on Motor yet, so fuck off. And secondly, feast your eyes, only because it's called Feed. Look in the sideboard. Feed the Swarm. Zendikar Rising card. Get fucked, scrub. If you want to submit decks or just hang out on the Discord and get involved with a link to my Patreon in the link below. Besides that, this video is brought to you by Ultra Pro, of course, and Channel Fireball. If you're picking up anything, including the holiday boxes from channelfireball.com, use the code KENOBI to help support the channel. With that out of the way, let's lose some games of Modern rather dramatically. I have won the roll of the dice because I am brilliant. Yeah, we're gonna go first. Got a Thoughtseize, got a Soulfire. The Blightsteel's not great. Yeah, it's a mulligan. Okay, we have half the combo. Opponent's mulligan to 6, and we're going to start with a shock ourselves Thoughtseize. Let's take a look-see. Interesting. Blood Moon Thoughtseizers and some new Zendikar Rising cards. As long as there are 4 more instants and/or sorcery cards in your graveyard, this thing is a 4/4. I'm going to get rid of the Thoughtseize. I don't want them disrupting our hand. We are going to be fetching some basics prior to that Blood Moon, though. That's the plan. They've played the Marsh Flats we know about. We draw a Marsh Flat. We're going to play our Marsh Flats and pass the turn. Black Cleave Cliffs from our opponent. We're going to see a Magmatic Channeler, I assume. Here we go. It's a 1/3. I'm not scared. Grabbing a Plains. Drawing a Ruined Halo. I guess we'll go Arid Mesa, crack our Arid Mesa. Shock ourselves on a Foundry. Play Ruined Halo. We're going to give ourselves protection from Madcap Experiment. And we're going to look to dodge a Thoughtseize or hand disruption spell from our opponent. Black Cleave Cliffs from our opponent. There's still 2 cards in the hand we don't know about. What's it going to be? Oh, Blood Moon. That's fine. That's more than fine. Now, they aren't white from the looks of things. They're red-black unless they've hidden the white lands. So Path to Exile isn't on the cards. Get it? Cards, because we're playing Magic. Which means a Blightsteel Colossus is even better than you'd think it'd be, because white is our one true weakness. We're just going to slam a Madcap now. Here we go. There's a Blightsteel Colossus. It should have shot us for 12, but it didn't because of Ruined Halo. Well, it did, but we had protection, so it didn't. I don't know if it technically did, or it didn't. I'm not sure. Our opponent's having a good, long, hard thunk about this. They can discard a card, exile 2 cards of their library, then choose one of them and they may play that card. What did they find? a lightning bolt, and a seasoned pyromancer. Play a swamp and they cast the seasoned pyromancer, I would assume. No, they're going to unearth their other channeler instead. And by instead I mean as well, because they had 4 mana, because maths is difficult. They're going to erase our Blightsteel Colossus. That's pretty good if they do. Scourge of the Skyclaves. Wow, that could be big enough to block a Blightsteel Colossus. We drew a mount. We're going to play a Seasoned Pyromancer. Discarding 2 cards. One of which is Thoughtseize and drawing 2 cards. Drew 2 lands. Not ideal. We have 2 blockers. We're going to swing with Blightsteel. This is 11 points of trampling infect. So our opponent has to block here with something that isn't the elemental because the 10 would still kill them because the trample still block with a 2/2. This is 9 infect, meaning they die next turn. They take a single point of infect from the 11/11 trampling indestructible monster. For those of you who don't know, Blightsteel Colossus was a 1 mana extra variant of Darksteel Colossus. A very splashy looking rare that I think is now a mythic. From the original Darksteel, the original Mirrodin block. When we came back to Mirrodin for Scars of Mirrodin, the whole block involving the new Phyrexians, we got some infect takes, some infect variants of old classic iconic cards, and this was one of them. Some people really fucking hate infect. I personally don't mind either way. Seasoned Pyromancer from our opponent. They have 10 toughness in play. But it's not enough. And then there's a possibility you can keep this because of the strength of Seasoned Pyromancer on turn 3, but if they Thoughtseize our Pyro, our hand goes from being like above average to complete and utter dog shit. We mulligan and find a 1-lander. We can Thoughtseize them. We can push something and then lose. I don't think we can keep this. Okay, this is better. We're going to give this a shot. We're going to put Blightsteel Colossus back. We're going to put Fatal Push back. Thoughtseize from our opponent. They take the early interaction of Thoughtseize or Young Peasy, or do they take the combo? They took the Thoughtseize. We drew a Young Peasy. Now, don't forget we can just Madcap for our Blightsteel if we've got an abundance of health, if we can spare 12 damage, so we don't have to wait. And the Thoughtseize from our opponent here, do they take another Young Peasy or the combo? Tip the combo, that makes sense. We're going to play a Young Peasy. They're going to play an older Peasy. They discarded Croxo, which could be what they cast next turn. We kind of want to draw, I don't know what we want to draw here, honestly. Leyline of the Void is not good here. It doesn't even deal with the Croxo that's currently in the bin either. Inquisition of Kozilek from our opponent doesn't do anything here. They crack a fetch. They could play Croxo next turn. Black Cleave Cliffs from our opponent. Magmatic Channeler from our opponent. That is a card advantage engine. No blocks. Drew Marsh Flats. I guess we can play it. Like the Leyline, I mean. That's not terrible. Means they'll never get to escape the Croxo, which is huge for us. They have no cards in hand right now. They're going to be relying on the Magmatic Channeler to find them some gas. We won't be attacking into our 1/3 with our 2/1s. So we're not in a bad spot. They exiled a Liliana of the Veil. Cool. Yeah, okay. They down tick and we're going to lose a Young Peasy. We really need to draw some removal spells. Before we wanted to kill the Channeler and give us a 1/1. We did not. That was possibly... well, it's not our worst draw. On the upside, it gives us a second white source so we can play the fucking Halo to give us protection from Madcap Experiment to try and win out of nowhere. That said, a combination of removal spells into Liliana of the Veil down tick would fuck us up if we had a Blightsteel and we just got our Young Peasy killed and then ticking up that Liliana, and this game is pretty much over. Yeah, we drew a Foundry. We play on for a turn or two anyway just to see what else comes out of our opponent's deck so we know what to play around, because I'm not hugely familiar with the red-black elemental deck. It looks like, but it's not the elemental deck of old, but they were playing the thing that brought back elementals. They've got Unearthed at that, but they've got Magmatic Channeler in that slot, it seems. They just Unearthed a Croxo, which is pretty fucking disgusting, honestly. Liliana goes to 3. We had a Seasoned Pyromancer into, like, gas. That's literally our only option here. We drew a Madcap, so I guess we can just die on our own terms. We're dead. We flooded again, and post-board I had cut 1 shrine down to 25 lands. I feel like this is a lot of lands considering how our deck looks. Like, we want to get to 4 drops, but I guess Jund plays 4 drops traditionally, like in Modern, and that plays like 25 to 26, but it has creature lands to, you know, output that mana another way. And we have no other acceleration, so I don't think I can go down below 25. Okay, our opener has the combo, but only 1 land, so we're mulliganing. And then we've got this. This is okay. We've got part of the combo of Thoughtseize to follow up with and a Leyline of the Void, which is pretty strong. We're going to keep this. We're going to bottom a Blood Crypt. We're going to reveal a Leyline of the Void. We're going to shock ourselves here and Thoughtseize them. They kept a 7. They've got Brutality, Channeler, Seasoned Pyro, Thoughtseize. I'll take the Thoughtseize here to protect the Soulfire Grandmaster, but we've got to bear in mind they've also got the Collective Brutality, so we need to get that out of their hand first before we play our Soulfire Grandmaster. We drew a Mountains, we're going to pass the turn. Channeler from our opponent. We drew another land. We're going to play that tap, then pass the turn. If we had a 6 mana, we just go Soulfire into Madcap Experiment, and they can't Collective Brutality in response because it's a sorcery. That might be literally where we have to get to. They exile a Croxo. and a lightning skelemental. Jesus H Christ. They're going to cast a lightning skelemental. Is this random discard? No, it's just a wholehearted discard. Fucking great. We take 6 and we discard both of our lands. And then on end step with their trigger on the start, we're going to crack this Arid Mesa and go and get ourselves a second white source, a Sacred Foundry. We untap and draw a young Peasy. This will draw out the Collective Brutality, so that's something. They activate the Channeler and they find Hazaret the Fervent and an Abrade. Wow, the card advantage from this thing is insane. They're just going to slam a Hazaret into our face. Okay, this is 4 damage when they can empty their hand. 5 damage when they can empty their hand. Okay, that's something. So they can't kill our young Peasy here. Hopefully we get a spell that can like... Okay, I guess we have to. This is going to discard part of our combo. Okay, we have a Lightning Bolt, we have another young Peasy, we're not attacking, or we could have attacked that because the Hazaret can't block and I'm a fucking idiot. Inquisition will take a Peasy or a Bolt here. They took a Peasy. They can now collective discarding to kill both our Peasy and take the Bolt out of our hand, which seems like a good thing to do because it keeps the Magmatic Channeler online. They can also just activate the Channeler ahead of that to see what their options are on top of their library as well. They've got an embarrassment of fucking riches over there in terms of things they can do. Meanwhile, there we go. There we go. We're going to lose our Bolt and our Peasy. This also gets the Hazaret to attack. We're going to double block the Magmatic Channeler for 3 here, hoping their final card isn't a removal spell. I believe it's, well, I don't know what it is, because they discarded Seasoned Pyromancer to them. We killed their card advantage engine, we go to 4. We draw a Marsh Flats, which is literally not what we wanted to draw, but we're dead to 2 activations of Hazaret. They crack their Sunbaked Canyon, which makes their Hazaret unable to attack. Play a Marsh Flats. Fatal Push my Pyromancer, and we are dead. So yeah, I think that this round could have gone better. Our mulligan to 5 and then our floods have been pretty rough, but what can you do? We don't have access to Faithless Looting. Maybe Cathartic Reunion could be an option for this deck to put things in the bin and cycle for your deck. But let's go on to round 2. We've won the die roll again, so maybe this time it will go a bit better. Okay, these are magic cards. Tapped Shockland, go! Best opening we could ask for. That's an Overgrown Tomb Shock. Is this a Thoughtseize? Ah, fuck, it's kind of like a Thoughtseize, but it hurts them less and hurts us just as much. I wonder if they're really confused by this or they can see it coming. Because this is a known entity, right? People are aware of this fringe fucking nonsense. They're a fan. A real fan wouldn't steal my Halo QQ. Pokey out tongue emoji. It's more of an emote than emoji, honestly. We untap and we get to play a Peasy? Yeah, let's play a Peasy. There's the Peasy. They shock themselves, which means we're winning on life totals, which is nice. They appear to be Jund colours. What the fuck's this going to be? Don't be a Collective Brutality. A Tarmogoyf. We can be a Tarmogoyf. We're going to play a Soulfire Grandmaster. Now, they're probably going to play a Liliana next turn, so let's hope they don't. That's not a very good game plan, is it? They play a Raging Ravine, so that's good. That's good. It means they're not going to slam a Liliana. They attack with a Tarmogoyf that we could double block, but that seems fucking awful, especially when they got mana up. End of turn. We're going to crack this Bloodstone Mine. They're going to pay a cost whilst that's on the stack. Yeah, okay. We lose our people. We untap and draw an Arid Mesa. Grab a Mountain. And we cast a Seasoned Pyromancer. Now, Fatal Push will be online from our fetch land. Obviously, Madcaps and things like that would be great. We drew 2 different versions of the combo, which... Fuck. We wanted a 1-drop spell. We wanted a 1-drop spell, but it's fine. These cards are still reasonable. Young Pyromancer and Halo have no interaction that we really care about. This 5/6 attacks us. I'm going to block with the Season. There's no point in taking 5. Season Pyromancer is probably better in the bin at this point. Unless they play a Liliana now, obviously. That'd be bad. Another good. Okay, we can live. Don't bolt me, bro. Just let me untap and draw Madcap. Don't worry about it. Fuck! Okay, we untap and draw Path to Exile. We can always ruined Halo these Tarmogoyfs eventually anyway. Play a Young Pyro. They attack us with 2 Tarmogoyfs. We're going to path the original bordered one because I respect it more. Then we're going to throw an Elemental under the bus, which opens us up to more Liliana of the Veil, but they might not be playing it these days. Who knows? It's Modern Horizons and War of the Spark. The rules of engagement. Oh, fuck, that was a push. Don't matter anymore. That's another Goyf. At least we have Ruined Halo now. That's nice. Time to name Tarmogoyf. Now, on the upside, we actually can still cast Madcap and hit a 12-drop and not die. 1 slap from the Raging Ravine changes that. Oh, we're 1 turn away from a Raging Ravine slap. Dark Confidant. Okay. So now if we just draw... Okay, we got hit by Tarmogoyf and doesn't do anything. If we draw Madcap, we can fire it off and go to 4, but then we'll die to the Raging Ravine. Well, look, we blocked the Dark Confidant. We did not. That's fine. We drew Marsh Flats. That's fine. It's all fine. We're just going to go ahead and exile our Seasoned Pyro and make some 1/1s. We're going to crack our fetch in a moment. Our 1/1s can block Dark Confidant. Dark Confidant's going to, more importantly, draw them out of fucking cards. Bloodbraid Elf into the X. How good is that? It's pretty good. It's strong. It's very strong. Abrupt Decay on the Ruined Halo. Well, there you go. That's the problem with Jund these days, isn't it? It just thinks you can do whatever the fuck it wants. Let's block here and on the Dark Confidant, because, like, if we want to win this, we can't just let them do whatever the fuck they want, right? We gotta... No one care about the goddamn fucking rules. Sacred Foundry off of our shock land. No, we won't be... Off our fetch land. We won't be shocking ourselves. No. We drew another land. Okay. This deck is playing too many fucking lands. Is that the comedy value of this video? Is playing a 26 land deck and just flooding? Is that the comedy value of this video? I'm gonna cut 2 lands. Okay, I'd love to play first. 3 lands, PZ, a Madcap, a Path. Yeah, this seems good. This seems good. Arid Mesa, pass the turn. Verdant Catacombs from our opponent. Oh, they're going to pass the turn. This is wonderful. We might get to... Well, they're going to kill our opponent, but that's not the point. It still feels wonderful. Sacred Foundry. We're going to play the PZ. If we don't play the PZ, then we're not doing anything with our mana. And I think letting them kill one of our creatures is fine. Like, they shocked themselves as well, so this will be a push. There is an argument for waiting a turn and playing PZ plus a spell to at least get a body out of it. There's a Dark Confidant. Let's play a Soulfire Grandmaster. Bolt the Dark Confidant. Now, if they can't kill our Soulfire, they have 5 cards after the draw. Hopefully they don't have a removal. They're Jund. They're going to have a removal spell. But if they don't, we get to Madcap. They have a Liliana. Okay, they're going to down tick here to get rid of the Soulfire. Then we get to Madcap and go to 7, but have a Darksteel Colossus in play, and they have a Liliana, which will down tick. We need to draw another creature to go with. Well, I'm going to pay the life and just Madcap anyway, and then we need to draw a creature next turn. Or preferably a creature that makes more creatures. Wow, they didn't even bother. Why would they not? Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's equal to the number of cards revealed, not the CMC of Blightsteel. Wow. Oh, that makes a lot more sense, to be honest. If it was the CMC of the artifact, that card would be probably way more busted. Fuck, we hit 33 things and I die. And there's me like, why did they concede? As it says, Bruno Minerio wins the match. Fuck. What was our next draw? We're going on young PZ, halve their blocker. Right? Yeah. Okay. So you can't Madcap. You've got to have enough life to survive the number of cards. So it's random. It's very random. Fuck. Once more into the breach, my friends. I'm going to keep this double PZ double removal spell hand. Now at least I know how the deck works. We're into game 3 of the league. I could have played some test games, but look, I'm a busy man. Alright, I had some pizza for lunch. I'm gonna play some Warhammer this year. I'm a busy man. Fucking busy man. Also, I've also filmed all morning for a video that's not coming out this week now. It's just not good enough. But yeah, we probably should kill that sooner rather than later, shouldn't we? We need to kill it now. Yeah, let's kill it now. I don't want to untap and then be able to go and get themselves a Field of the Dead to make this game unwinnable later down the line. Stomping ground from our opponent. Nothing from them. Cool. So that was the correct line then. Okay, let's go Bloodstained Mire. Let's go Thoughtseize our opponent. Dryad of Elysian Groves, Primeval Titan, Primeval Titan. Let's get rid of that Dryad of Elysian Groves. Pass the turn back to our opponent. Okay, they found a thing. It's a Cleansing Wildfire. That's fine. Mountain. I'll play the Garanbrug now. They did draw a card, so there's one card in the hand we don't know about, and 2 of them are the fucking Titans. We untap. We draw Madcap Experiments. We need one more thing unless you want to spin the fucking roulette wheel. Young Peasy. Eladamri is cool. Okay. They got a Secure Tribe Elder. They're trying to hit those land drops. They're going to be able to hit that land drop and play a Primeval Titan next turn. So we need to draw a way to Madcap them sooner rather than later, or we're just going to lose the game. There it is. There it is. Okay. Let's go pay 2 life. Make a Soulfire Grandmaster. And I guess we hold up Path in case they have an actual factual, like, combo kill. The Titan, I assume the Titan will get Field of the Dead. And that's all they'll do. And by all they do, what I mean is that will set them up for the win, right? But, yeah, in case they have, like, the haste land, old amulet style kills, we'll keep the Path to Exile up. So they're going to go Prime Time into Prime Time, which is going to make so much power and toughness that the actual Darksteel Colossus doesn't kill them. There's the Prime Time. Field of the Dead and a Bajuga Bog, making them 2 Zombos. And then you get 2 more Zombos next time they play at Prime Time. They exile our graveyard, and we're going to give them 1 more Zombo. 3 Zombos now. On the upside, Madcap Experiment should give me like a load of life. We lost 33 life last time we cast this, so hopefully this gains us a lot of life too. Like an absolute fuck ton. So we make an Elemental off the Young Peasy. Oh, but we gain it and we lose it. Yes, yes. Learning with PleasantKenobi. So we have a Darksteel Colossus, and they're going to have like, quite a lot of power to block it with. We need to draw a way to kill the next Prime Time again, essentially. A Path to Exile being the obvious one. Fatal Push doesn't do it. Bolt doesn't do it. Yeah, here comes Prime Time number 2. Okay. They're doing like more fair things than we're doing, but they're I guess, is it fair playing a primetime off 4 lands? Not really. Is Field of the Dead fair? Saying it's fair is absurd. Look at all the zombos they just made. Oh, they have Path to fucking Exile as well. Fuck me! So we have another land here, which is nice. So we can like do buyback Path to Exiles if we draw one. That's not going to get us very far. Just want to throw that out there. So that's 6 coming in. I can't believe they had Path to Exile. I mean, we were going to lose anyway, but the fact they had Path as well is kind of fucking brutal, honestly. While we can buy back a Bolt. Oh, fuck. I will play first. Okay, we've got... These bolts are so bad. They're so bad. I should have sided up all of them out, but as you can see, there's not really that many options that are any better. We're going to play Blood Crypt tapped and pass the turn. I guess Damping Sphere is okay against Garenbrig? Maybe that's true. That's the turn back to our opponent. We've drawn a second copy of Madcap Experiment, which is fine. Everything is fine. Don't worry about it. We've drawn another land. That's good. That's good in some ways. We're going to start cracking up fetches now. Spring Bloom Druid. Sack the flagstones. 2 basic lands. You get 3 lands into play off this. Fucking wowzer. I'm just gonna crack my Arid Mesa now. I can go get lands 2 out of my deck. Look, watch this. Watch this. Huh? Yeah. Professional. I wonder if we just madcap now. We just madcap and we hope we don't hit more than 19, well, in this case, 18 things. Well, so what do we need to do here? We need to madcap, hit less than 18 things, and hope they don't have a prime time? Easy. Absolutely easy. You ready? Oh my god, it was literally the next card. Okay, I'm dabbing. You can't see it, but I'm fucking dabbing right now. I'll put a dab on screen for you. Fucking get in there. Come on. Now, there's a chance they don't have a prime time. They don't have a prime time. This is wonderful. This is the best. We get to path the fucking Dryad, swing for 11. Probably don't cast another Madcap, because it's unlikely that's going to get there for us. Okay, they got Dryad Zombie. Wow, they generate a lot of power and toughness there. Okay, right then. So we're going to go Bloodstained Maya. And we're going to go to combat attack. Now, they might only put 1 zombie in front and we can just bolt it and they lose. So we're going to say, okay. We're then going to bolt 1 zombo. What's the chance of us having 2 removal spells? What's the chances? I'll tell you the chances. They're good for us. I'm shouting a lot and that might be peaking on the microphone. I'm sorry, but I'm very fucking excited. Boom, headshot. Will I ever madcap for just 1 damage ever again in my life? Is that like a one-time dealer? What's the chances, by the way? We're only playing 2 copies. Two in like, was it 47 cards? Someone do the math. If you're in the comment section and you're a mathematician, firstly, you're a fucking nerd. But secondly, do the math for me, because I don't want to have to do it. I love how I said Bolt was shit and ended up being like MVP there. That is interesting. Okay, this hand is bad. That said, if we ignore the Blightsteel Colossus, it's an okay 6. So I'm going to keep this. We can discard Blightsteel Colossus back into our deck off of the Season Pyromancer, and we are running 2, don't we? We're on tap. We draw Ruined Halo. We're going to shoot ourselves for 2. We're going to Thoughtseize them, and hopefully this is enough disruption not to get us just to lose. Path to Exile, Dryad. So we're going to rip a Dryad out of their hand. You can let them path our Young Peasy so our Soulfire can stick around. Although we have part of the combo already. We drew Madcap. This is good. This is good. Let's go Young Peasy. Now, I know they're going to go Dryad into an extra land drop next turn. Dryad. Land drop. Okay. Let's hope to God they don't draw the bloody... The spell. So, okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? So, the way I played my lands last turn is awkward, because now I can't play Ruined Halo this turn, but I can play Soulfire, but they will path the Soulfire. Pathing the Soulfire might mean they can't cast a Titan, though. So that's something. Grabbing a basic plains, I'm going to play Soulfire Grandmaster. They can't path it on our turn. They don't have a white source, but we do. That's not relevant to this conversation. They don't have a white source untapped yet, so they can untap now, and if they've got a Titan, they can slam it. Having got a Titan, they can path my Soulfire. Then we can go Ruined Halo into Madcap the following turn. 2 land drops from our opponent. Now, if we get this, if they just tap out 4 Titans, which they're not going to do, they're going to keep up the path so they can path the Soulfire Grandmaster in response to the Madcap. Okay, Marsh Flats then. Shocking myself. Let's play a Ruined Halo. Can you imagine clicking Madcap skills by accident? How fucking mad you'd be. How mad you'd be. Get it? Get it? Okay, pass back to our opponent. So we take no damage from Madcap, but we'll gain life from Madcap. That'll be sweet. Well, they'll path my Soulfire, right? That's what they'll... So 2 cards in hand, one of which is a Path to Exile, and one of which is a Flagstones. Okay, we found Madcap Experiment. Let's just go for it. Make a 1/1. This is a value Madcap. Actually, I don't think we can gain the life from it because we have protection from it, so it can't deal damage to us. We hit a Blightsteel. Okay. We're now going to path our Colossus, which will then... Oh, it won't shuffle back in. Okay, that's fine, because we've got another Madcap. We kind of want to hit a Seasoned Pyro here so we can actually discard this Blightsteel Colossus back into our deck. Wish Reclaimer, so they're going to have the zombie token generator online soon. We drew a Mesa. I think I want to wait for a Seasoned Pyro, right? Like... Not great, because they're going to make zombies now, and we're going to have to block said zombie. We can Madcap to get the 8-8, but then we're very weak to a Path to Exile. It doesn't end the game either. They can also block the 8-8 down with a ton of zombie tokens. They have a Heath and a Ghost Quarter up as well, which allows them to make a ton of zombies this turn. We're going to drop and draw a Ruined Halo. I guess we just cast one and name Primeval Titan. Like, that way we're not going to get chunked for 6 when they cast one of those things. This isn't great. This isn't great. I'd so, like, tuned in on the idea of them pathing our Soulfire Grandmaster that I never really considered them pathing, yeah, the Blightsteel itself. And the other Blightsteel being in our hand is rough. So I guess we want to draw some removal or Seasoned Pyro. Being able to buy back removal spells to kill stuff and make elemental tokens would be great. They sack the Flagstones and get a Field of Dead. That made them a 2-2. They can now correct their fetch to make another 2-2. They can then Ghost Quarter themselves to make another 2-2. But they didn't. They didn't. So that's nice. Snow-Covered Plains makes a 2-2. At least there's not a Valakut in play. They can go get a Valakut now, though, and we just lose, right? Maybe they can't do that because of the removal spells that we might have. That's a 2-2 coming in. We can't name Zombie with this, by the way. You can only name cards. You can't name tokens. We go to 9. We drew another Madcap. Okay, well, I guess we're going to Madcap here because we kind of have to. We get an 8-8 where our life total can't change. But if they, like, triple Valakut bolt it, then we just lose the game, right? Until we draw a Seasoned fucking Pyromancer. So they get a Valakut here, then they crack the other one to go get a Vesuva copying the Valakut. Oh, no, they're going to go field... Maybe they don't have... Have they took Valakut out of their deck? Do they not have Valakut? Not having Valakut's kind of wild here. It's fucking good for us, don't get me wrong. Okay, they Vesuva copied the Field of the Dead. The Valakut line would have killed us. We're not dead. As long as they don't draw a removal spell. That's how they've got to be playing more than one path, and the more they crack lands, the more they thin their deck, the more likely they are to find a way to kill our Platinum Empyrean, and then we just die to zombos. Oh, they had it in hand anyway. It was the last card. Of course. Meanwhile, we couldn't draw removal or a Seasoned Pyromancer, despite the fact that being, like, you know, a dozen cards in our deck. I see. That makes so much sense now. I guess I'll go fuck myself. Thanks for watching. This has been awful. I think the deck might have too many lands. It's a really cool idea for a deck. So again, thank you, Pumpkin, for actually making this deck and submitting it into the Spicer Leagues and stuff. Maybe it does need 26 lands. Anyone who does play Madcap in any form, in any format, please tell me in the comment section below whether you think there was too many lands. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop me a comment telling me whether there was too many lands or not, hit the like button, smash that bell button, think of me and all that fucking shit. I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.